Hello, horn players! So, this is Miss Bartholet here to give you some advice on how to take care of your French horn this year. There's a couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to need your French horn, obviously, your mouthpiece, obviously, your book, all things you know about. But there's a couple other things that you're going to want for this year too. So, you will need tuning slide grease. This will help with your instrument. And also, rotor oil. Now, I'm calling it a rotor instead of a valve, because of the fact that the way the French horn is designed, it's not like a trumpet. So, trumpets have valves that go up and down like pistons in a car, whereas French horns actually have rotors where they spin, and I'll show you how that works. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, you will also need a rag. It doesn't have to be big, it can be a wash rag if you'd like. But I recommend getting a rag. I have a microfiber just because it likes to stick to my pants when I put it down. Because I actually put it on my right leg, like such, because of the fact that when I put my right leg over to the side and I put my French horn up, the bell sits on that microfiber, on that cloth, and sometimes when I'm playing, I don't always get all the spit out. It will eventually come out of the horn, and by eventually I mean it usually drips out of the bell. And it's much better, in my opinion, to make sure that I have a cloth on my legs. That way the spit falls on that cloth and not on my outfit or leg. That's just kind of gross. So I recommend getting a wash rag or some sort of cloth to put on your right leg. Now, first thing that I'm going to do, that I'm going to show you, is I'm going to show you how to take care of your rotors. So that being said, you're going to need your instrument and your oil. Okay, mine has 4 different rotors because mine is called a double French horn. You start out on singles. So the only difference is yours should look like this, the 3 here, and a lot less tubing back here. Okay, these 4 circle areas are your rotors. Okay, now if you take this off very carefully, better if you have it laying down on your lap like this, but to help show you what I'm doing, I'm going to have mine up. So make sure yours is laying down in your lap or on the ground. We don't want your horn to slide. Now, I have oil in mine, so it's actually kind of pooling there at the bottom. But if you take a look, it's really cool. You can see the line at the top, and it actually spins when I push down the key. And that is how it is a rotor. If you look, you can actually see the oil moving around there on there too. Now, if you don't have any oil pooled there, you need to make sure that you get some oil, at least 2 or 3 drops. So, I know I already have some, but 1 more drop isn't going to hurt. So I'm going to lay it down flat. Okay, there we go. 2 drops, super easy. Okay, now I put the cap back on. Alright, ta-da! It works. Now, say you are having an issue and it's still not working right. It's still kind of sticky and slow. That is when you take the slides out. And for you, you're just going to take the one out. So I'm just going to demonstrate. This is the one that it looks like on your instrument. So you're going to take this out, carefully, very, very carefully set it to the side. Now you're going to turn your horn bell up, so that way these pipes actually go straight up and down. Now you're going to take that oil and you're going to do 3 drops in each tube. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all you need. You don't need much. Oil is a wonderful thing. It works really well. You're going to take that tube and you're going to slide it back in the way it was. Now, when you do this, you're actually creating pressure, and if you listen to the bell, you can actually hear it hiss. Okay? And you're going to slide it all the way down, and you're forcing that oil down around the outside of the rotor. So you're not just oiling the top, you're oiling the outside portion of this rotor. So the oil is going to get down there when you push pressure on it. Now, to release that pressure, to make sure the oil goes all the way around, you push the key. It always makes a popping noise, and look how much faster that key moves now. And that's exactly what you want. Okay, I'll show you again with the second one. All right, we always start with the top. Make sure you have oil here first. Okay, this one's actually a little bit less than the first one. There's still some there. Okay, so this time I'm going to put 2 drops. You usually want a little bit of a meniscus bubble on the top. That's a fun science word, meniscus. Okay, put the cap back on. Now she moves pretty fast, but I'm still going to show you the slide portion as well. Okay, take that second slide out all the way. Remember, 3 drops. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now to create that pressure, I push it all the way in, and I'm listening for that hiss. It's there. Okay, it's all the way in. Listen for the pop. Nice and fast and smooth. Okay, so the first 2 are taken care of, and then there's the third one, which you'll need to do as well. Now, that is the easiest part of taking care of the French horn. Your slide grease. If it was hard to get this out, then what you need to do is take it out again. Now I get to put the horn down my lap. You take it out, now you get that tuning slide grease out. This is where that rag is going to come in handy too. You get just a little bit of that tuning grease on your finger. You don't need much, just about that much. And it's clear, so it's kind of hard to see, but you really don't need much. And you slide it around the top portion of that slide and the bottom portion. Get it nice and greasy. I really didn't need much because these were pretty well greased. Okay, now wipe that finger off. Ugh. Okay. Sliding it back in, and I push it all the way in. See, all the way in. Now if you look, sometimes you're going to have a little extra. I've got a little extra on the back, but sometimes you'll have a little extra on the front. You're going to want to take that rag and wipe it clean, so that way you don't get that grease on you or a friend, or make it slick for you to hold the horn. Okay, that's really important. Okay, after you've cleaned it off, then you can pull it back out about 1/4 of an inch. You always want your slides out 1/4 of an inch. That's the way the instruments are designed. You never have all of the slides pushed in, because if they're pushed in, it's not going to sound like all of the rest of the horns. You want to try to match the rest of the horn section as much as you can. It's called tuning. We'll talk more about that later. Okay, so you know how to take care of your slides. You can do the slide grease on all of your slides. It will help make things much easier and much smoother to work with. You now know how to oil your horn. And don't forget the rag on your right leg so you don't get the spit out. Speaking of spit, there's a couple of different ways you can take care of the horn for getting rid of spit. The easiest and the quickest way, especially if you're in the middle of a performance, is you take your horn. There is a slide in the back. Yours is going to be much more larger than mine, but that top slide right here, you pull it out, ta-da, and kind of shake it a little bit. You might have a little on there, but then you just turn it over like this. And that means that any water that was in here will drip out this way, any that's trapped in here will drip out, and also some that's trapped in here will drip out. That is the fastest way to take care of it, but you're not going to get all of it that way. So, if you have more time than just that, what you need to do is actually spin it. So, you're going to take the horn like you normally have it, so it's facing, the keys are facing away from you. You're going to hold it. If you're at home, go over a trash can. If you're in a place that has a linoleum floor or you're outside, it's okay. But the spit is going to come towards the floor. So, and you spin it. And you spin it slowly. So that way that spit comes out. And I haven't been playing, so there's really not any spit in my horn right now. Okay. It'll either come out the bell portion or the lead pipe. This is called the lead pipe, where your mouthpiece goes. I'm going to spin it one more time to show you. Spinning it slowly is best. Now, if that still doesn't work, one more spot. I know. The third valve likes to hold spit. So you take it out and dump it. Easy. Ta-da! That's how you take care of the basics of a French horn. If you've got any other questions or still can't find that silly old spit, come talk to me. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye!